At present, many countries in the EU mainly rely on new energy sources for their electricity sources. Among them, wind power and hydropower account for about 39%, followed by nuclear power, which accounts for 25%. Nearly 50% of the world's nuclear power plants are located in Europe. From this we can infer that the nuclear power technology in Europe is quite rich. But before that, Argentina wants to spend $8,300 million to build a nuclear power plant, and European countries hope to cooperate with Argentina. But Argentina ultimately rejected European countries, opting for China to help the plant. In terms of nuclear power technology, European countries are no worse than China. Why does Argentina reject European countries and choose to cooperate with China? Thank you for watching the video. If you want to know about the shocking projects in the world, as well as some important events in China, please click to subscribe China Prowess. I believe my video will not let you down. In March 2022, China and Argentina signed a cooperation agreement. The project is to build a nuclear power plant for Argentina by China, the nuclear power plant named Atucha 3. According to the plan, after the completion of the Atucha No. 3-inch nuclear power plant, Argentina's nuclear power generation will increase by more than 60%. And provide more than 7,000 jobs and 700 permanent jobs during peak working hours. According to Argentina's budget, the construction of the Atucha 3 nuclear power plant, with a total investment of about $8,300 million, is one of the largest Chinese investment projects in South America. It is precisely because of this investment in nuclear power construction that China has successfully surpassed the United States to become Argentina's second largest trading partner. We just mentioned that nuclear energy is one of the main energy sources in Europe, and they have rich experience in nuclear power generation. Why did Argentina reject the cooperation of European countries and chose China instead? Before that, Argentina had a total of 4 nuclear power plants, all of which used Canadian heavy water reactor technology. The heavy water reactor, also known as the heavy water reactor, is a reactor with heavy water as the moderator, and is the second generation of nuclear power technology. Chinese companies are very familiar with Canadian heavy water reactor technology because the Qinshan Phase 3 nuclear power plant located in Haiyan County, Zhejiang Province, China, has already adopted this technology. Later, all the nuclear power plants in China adopted the pressurized water reactor technology. This technology is more advanced than the second-generation nuclear power technology, and has the characteristics of mature technology, lower construction costs and lower power generation costs, and will have more advantages than heavy water reactors. China has many successful experiences in the construction and operation of heavy water reactors and pressurized water reactors. The main responsible party for the project is China National Nuclear Corporation, with an offer price of $8.3 billion. Not only is this price a lot lower than other countries, but the down payment is also low, and the rest of the loan can be slowly paid off over 12 years. China's strong support for Argentina has made the cooperation between the two countries more smooth. Therefore, Argentina finally chose to build a nuclear power plant with China. According to the contract, China will provide 85% of the financing for the Atucha 3 nuclear power plant, and Argentina will bear the rest. Among them, China provides Argentina with a grace period of at least 8 years, which is equivalent to the duration of the contract. It also stipulates that the payment period is 12 years after the completion of the nuclear power plant. The nuclear power plant adopts China's most advanced Hualong No. 1-inch reactor, which is the third-generation nuclear power technology independently developed by China and has completely independent intellectual property rights. It meets the highest international safety standards and is the only nuclear power plant in the world to be built on schedule. When European countries knew that Argentina had chosen to cooperate with China, they were very unwilling and dissatisfied with these things. They used the media to smear China internationally, believing that China's nuclear power technology is poor. It is rumored that the radiation around the Chinese nuclear power plant is serious, and the IP has been leaked. For example, the Chinese may set up loopholes in the computer system and shut down the energy production of other countries at will. For example, the quality of China's nuclear power plants is worrying, and other countries need to think more about cooperating with China's nuclear power plants. Even some countries have issued warnings to other countries not to sell nuclear power projects to China. However, the European media smears China so much. Is China's nuclear power technology really what European countries say? In November 2020, Hualong No. 1 was successfully connected to the grid for the first reactor in the world in fucking city, Fujian province, generating the first kilowatt-hour of electricity. All technical indicators of the unit have reached the standard, and the operating conditions are very good, setting the best result in the construction of the first nuclear power reactor of the third generation. This means that China has broken the monopoly of nuclear power technology and entered the ranks of technologically advanced countries. Hualong No. 1 is protected by 2 layers of safety shells and can successfully resist earthquakes of magnitude 9 or above and typhoons of magnitude 17. In order to cope with disasters such as tsunamis and to avoid the impact of power outages on the nuclear power plant, it uses the 177-core design to strengthen the power supply system. If external power is not available, the nuclear power generation system can also be guaranteed to operate. Hualong No. 1 also added a design to prevent malicious collision of commercial large aircraft. In addition, Hualong No. 1 also has non-kinetic energy safety technology for double protection. Simply put, it is the final protection with an oversized cold water tank. If a special situation occurs, the previous security measures are lost. The water in the oversized tank cools the reactor by gravity. As long as gravity still exists on Earth, Hualong 1 can stop a nuclear leak. More importantly, the Hualong No. 1 is expected to have a service life of up to 60 years, which can meet the production and living needs of nearly 1 million people in Argentina. It can be said that it effectively solves the problem of local residents' power difficulties. The most commendable thing about this infrastructure project is that it does not damage the environment and is very environmentally friendly. If the Hualong No. 1 unit is used for power generation, it is equivalent to reducing coal consumption by 3.12 million tons and carbon dioxide emissions by 8.16 million tons each year, which makes a great contribution to protecting the environment. In fact, Japan's Nikkei Chinese network once made a statement, predicting that in 2030, the installed capacity of China's nuclear power plants will surpass that of the United States, and at the same time it will become the world's largest nuclear power country. China's nuclear power plant has surpassed Japan in 2018, ranking third in the world. The top 2 are the United States and France. By contrast, Europe, the US and Japan all lack strong momentum. The US Institute of Nuclear Energy believes that the United States is lagging behind. An investigator from the Japan Atomic Energy Industry Association emphasized that China's technological level has reached the world's most advanced level. Nuclear power is a high-tech intensive industry. It can be said that technological advantages will be a bargaining chip for China's nuclear power to go to other countries. On the one hand, it is obstructed by Western countries, and on the other hand, other countries need to import. China should strive to improve its core competitiveness. With the further increase of technological advantages, China is not far from the top of the global nuclear power industry. And because Argentina set a precedent, other South American countries will also be moved by this cooperation. There will be a good driving effect in the future, and they will all be willing to cooperate with China. By then, China's reputation as an infrastructure maniac may spread around the world. Thank you for watching the video. If you find the video very interesting, please click to subscribe to my channel. Let's explore more important events about China together.